Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Laurie from Quick Scrap Craft, and I have a whole giant stack of scrapbook layouts and cards to share with you as part of my May 2019 layout share. So basically, I was using a Counterfeit Kit challenge kit that I put together. It was inspired by one of their inspiration kits. It had a lot of florals and fun stuff in it. And the cards were all kind of made up with some leftover bits and pieces. I had a lot of these cut aparts from the Photo Play Paprika collection. So they made an easy sort of sentiment to go on the front of the card. And these are one-sided note cards that I got from the Target dollar spot. So I didn't have to worry about trying to really come up with anything on the inside. Here's another one that I did, Celebrate Your Special Day. Just add a couple of the stickers to that. This one has a little bit more, some of the letter stickers, added some Prima and a couple other things, but that paper is the paprika paper. And, you know, just keeping it very, very simple. I'm thinking like birthday cards. Mainly those are the only cards that I send. I added a little bit of sequins to this one, so that was fun. Love a little bit of shimmer on the cards. And then this one, you are terrific. Again, so that cut apart from the Photo Play collection, from the Paprika collection, and all the stickers, and like just totally easy and simple. And that's what I like when I do my homemade cards. I don't get too like fussy with it because I spend all my fussy time with my layouts, my scrapbook layouts. The cards are basically like the bits and pieces left over. Like if I have stuff like this is a pile that I have on my desk of potential card stuff. So it's like the strips of paper that you might just throw away, but could also work perfectly on a card. One of these cut aparts would also work perfectly on a card. Not necessarily one of the layouts because I didn't really have anything that fit with it. And then again, just some extra like scraps that would work perfectly on a card. So eventually I will put all of those bits and pieces together. And as I get other things from other, you know, leftover bits and pieces, I will add to that, and I will make some more cards. So I actually, having 5 like cards at the ready is kind of perfect. This should get me through maybe like at least the next couple of months, I think, in terms of who's having a birthday. So now on to the layouts. I did a couple challenges this month, not that many. Mostly my layouts were just using up that Counterfeit kit that I put together, which was, I love having the ready-made kits because it makes it so easy just to like pick supplies and go. And I kind of just tried to be uninhibited with what I was doing this month. There were a couple times where I looked to Pinterest for inspiration. A couple times I scrapbooked it myself. And then for some things like this layout here, I just kind of was going with it. And I had to add a couple extra bits and pieces from my stash to make up for the lack of embellishments that I had toward the end of using my kit. But I had a couple like fall things here. I added some glitter, which like this Prima glitter I've had for forever. Well, not forever, but a long time. And I've never used it until now. So I just added it to these Jelly Bean Soup or Bella Boulevard. No, I can't remember. But they're like acrylic pieces. So they're normally translucent, and I just added glitter to it. I got a couple of other bits and pieces, the sequins, some old stuff from the Prima Amber Moon collection. So this layout is really just like a hodgepodge, but I love the way it came together and everything's on the diagonal. I did not cut out like the center of this piece, but that's okay. Actually, these papers are from a fall kit that I had, some Norwegian wood. This is Cheeky Studio. So technically this layout wasn't using my May Counterfeit Kit challenge kit. So disregard what I said about that. I kind of just pulled this together at the last minute because I was doing a couple fall layouts. As you will see, I was doing some fall layouts because I had some fall photos printed. So that's why I had the fall kit out as well as my May kit. And this one is using, I think this is actually, hold on. This is actually a sketch that came in the Cheeky Studio Kit Club from November. And unfortunately, the Kit Club is no longer a thing, which makes me sad. But I used this sketch back when I was on the design team, and I used it again for this one. So now I've got 2 layouts that use that design, and I really like it because it's perfect if you have a vertical photo and a horizontal photo. Sometimes I struggle with trying to get those on the same page, especially if you can't really cut it down. Like this one, I didn't want to cut my face off or the pumpkin off or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, that's that layout. And for some reason, my adhesive, which is Recollections adhesive, is not working very well. This is the stuff This is the stuff that I just bought at Michael's. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's the paper or what, but it's just not sticking very well. The humidity, maybe? I don't know. Here's a layout that I did. This is not a May Counterfeit Kit Challenge kit. I actually went into my stash, my paper stash, and I found this great banana paper, which is perfect because it's a picture with a gorilla. I think gorillas also eat bananas. And then I added a couple of Chicky Studio wildflowers, some old, now I can't think of what that is. Oh, the name escapes me, but it was really awesome, and I added some of it to the layout. This layout, I can't recall. I don't think this is based on anything. I just kind of put stuff together. I picked out the pieces that I wanted and just put them together, and that's what I ended up with. And then this one used it up. I think this one used up some of my counterfeit kit, but I actually I added... Here's what happened with this one. Now I remember. And I just did this one like the other day. So there was a Chicky Studio Kit Club, I think from August, and it came with these sweet succulents. And I found them in a bag that's in my stash. And I went, I need to pair these with something. And I had a couple of these papers, I think in my kit that were just kind of perfect. So I paired them all together and I made this lovely layout about my daughter at the zoo looking at the bears. I love these Vicky Booten stickers. Those are so awesome. And these flare buttons. That was the last flare button from the Sweet Succulents that I had. It was beautiful. Yeah, so it's just kind of shiny and pretty. It's got some flowers on it. Yeah, I had a nice journaling spot too. So anyway, moving on. Here's another one using the Paprika collection. I had some of the papers in my May kit, and then I ended up grabbing the rest of the papers just because I wanted to be able to use up the rest of the stickers and some of the cut aparts and kind of just get rid of the whole collection. There's no point in keeping like 2 papers if I don't have any of the embellishments that go with it, really. So I added some sequins. This is the cut apart, Be the Reason Someone Smiles Today. And I was definitely smiling, though not right at first, because my daughter dumped glitter on the floor and then ran her hand through it. And when I found her and said, I told you not to touch the glitter, she said, I made a handprint. So anyway, that's that. And the title is Ta-da. This is another layout. This one, I think it might be based on something from Pinterest, but I used the Paprika collection. You can see the llama sticker right up there. I added a couple Prima things. One of the cut aparts is right there down too. American Crafts. Chicky Studio, they have a llama collection, or at least they used to. So it just kind of went perfectly with the whole llama collection here. And I love when it's, there's like a border, and as you can see, I love when there's a border and then some paper in the middle. So anyway, that's what I've been really doing lately. Here's another one using the May kit. My daughter taking her first bites of Fritz's frozen custard. I used to work there when I was a teenager, and so it was great to kind of bring her back to see how I grew up. I grew up eating Fritz's frozen custard all the time. And another layout from my March kit. I love these flowers. They're so great. And it was perfect because I had this beautiful picture of my daughter looking at the waterfall at the zoo, and I had the flowers in it as well. So I added the flowers here. And I did this at a diagonal and put the photo in the middle. I love this flower paper. This is all K & Company, I believe. And then I had a couple extra like stickers that were in the embellishments that I picked for my kit. So really loving the way this one turned out. This is a very, very easy one. Sometimes, well, basically, I've been doing a lot of trying to keep it easy. The Flamingo Fun collection from Chicky Studio is perfect because I had these pictures of my daughter with a flamingo, and you'll see later I do have another one of my daughter with flamingos. So it's like totally perfect. Snacks and pinks. We were having some goldfish crackers while we were watching the flamingos at the zoo. I love this little banner. That's all part of the Chicky Studio collection. And then I added a couple other bits and pieces from my May kit and stash. Love that one. Here, I added some shimmers, that gorgeous green with envy. I just love, and did a little bit of embellishments up here and then kept everything else down here. I had this triangle piece, and so I just used it as is and put the photos right on top at a diagonal. Added a very small little title there. Not really much else needed because I have that super shiny, shimmer. It's not shimmers, it's Lindy's. Oh my goodness. Lindy's green with envy, which I love. Here's a very simple one that I put together. And I had these papers. This is a combination of 2 different paper pads, mermaids and some seashells. And then I added a couple other seashells here because we were looking at stingrays at a stingray tank at the zoo. And then these are Spiegelmom Scraps, this really cool collection with sandcastles and different colored circles and little shells and everything. So I thought, adding all of those together for a layout like this was just totally perfect. And I love when I have stuff in my stash that just kind of all goes together. You wouldn't think about it at first, but then it all comes together. This is using my May kit. It's Lovely Bliss, my daughter, at a theme park with my husband. She loved riding this little ride, and I just added this nice little floral flourish because I had some flowers in the background, had a couple like little flower pieces up here. So like, again, none of this originally went together, but I made it go together as part of my kit. Love it, love this one. The banner going across here. I've got a little bit of stuff happening up here with a sticker and a cut apart and some sequins. And the title is A Dream. My daughter made this castle. I guess she was trying to make her own Cinderella castle. And I had a castle. I had a castle sticker, which was so perfect. I just added a couple more word stickers and sequins to, you know, kind of take it on the diagonal. So I really love that one. Here's the other, the pink power layout. Again, my daughter looking at flamingos. So I used, this was Echo Park that I had saved specifically. I was like, I have this flamingo fun. I'm saving this to use with the flamingo fun. And when I saw this picture opportunity with my daughter, I was like, yes, this is perfect for flamingo fun. So that's what I used that for. A zoo layout using a bunch of beautiful flowers that I put in my kit. Some of the stickers that are animal stickers from the Paprika collection. I added, it says explore today, just about exploring the zoo and things that we saw. Stuffed animals, statues, giraffes, riding in the rented zoo stroller because we forgot our stroller at home, which seems to be a pattern with us. We did that when we went to Niagara Falls recently as well. We're crazy people. Here's one that was just kind of fun, using up random pieces from my kit. I love this thing. And I just wanted it to kind of bring the focus to my daughter in this photo and kind of play with the circles that I had here with the embellishments. I did this whole like little banner thing going across. It's no pictures. All I wanted was a picture of her on the beach last summer, and she was like not having it. And I did a little bit of journaling here, kind of inspired by reading The Art of Memoir for the Simple Scrapper book club. So normally I would have just said, oh, she doesn't want her picture taken here on the beach, but I added a little bit about myself. I wrote, when I was Daphne's age, I feel like I always stood and smiled for the camera. I loved being in front of the camera, but Daphne hates having her picture taken. This presents a problem for me, a scrapbooker. These are the memories. I'll have to scrapbook them. So just kind of going a little more in depth with my journaling, because scrapbook pages are like my memoir. This is my memory keeping. These are the books that people will look back at years later, hopefully, and say, oh, this is what happened in her life and the life of the people around her. So I just wanted to add a little bit of extra to that. This one, in terms of journaling, this is my daughter getting her first allergy test. Thankfully, she has no food allergies. I could have done a little bit more journaling, but I was a little constrained with the space that I had, and that was my own doing. I wanted this to be here, but I didn't know where else to put the journaling, where else it would work. So I just kind of created my own circle and put it behind there. I think I got through as much as I wanted to. Obviously, there's more I could have said about this experience of my daughter's first allergy test and the fact that we had to get it done twice. I only took a photo of it the first time. We had to go back a couple months later. The title up here is Testing. You know, again, I could have said more, but I think that this does a good job of just kind of giving us the remembrance of what happened. And hopefully this will trigger the other memories and more specific memories about what happened. So this is what I did for my White with One guest designer spot. I have a process video for it. Definitely check it out. The challenge last month was white with brown. Maybe it went a little too brown. I don't know, but I love the way it turned out. I really, really do. So check that process video out. This one is up on the blog. It's the page that I did for my mom's trip to Universal Studios, Harry Potter, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. She was so excited to go. I popped this photo up so that I could cover up the person next to her because I just wanted it to be a layout about her. And I'm still looking for a good frame, a nice 12 by 12 frame that I could put this in and put it up on my gallery wall. But I love the pieces. My mom had most of this. That's a sticker. Isn't that cool? And then I got a couple extra pieces from a Color Play by Photo Play pack for Christmas. So I really like the way that turned out. This one was a challenge one. It's up on the blog, so definitely go check that out. I can't remember. I think it was a sketch, maybe a sketch challenge. Yeah, and then I just love, this is shimmers. This misting spray is shimmers, and it's just so gorgeous, like a yellowy gold, and I love using it for the fall layouts. It's amazing. This is a 2-pager that I did for a challenge at Lasting Memories. I stamped all of this whole background on the bottom. I stamped. It's 2 different stamps. From the same Kaiser Craft collection, I believe. But I just love the way it looks. And I did write about on the blog how this is the journaling I did, and I just journaled as we were at that moment in life, because when we're going back through my scrapbook albums in chronological order, we don't know at this point that by this time next year, this dog will no longer be with us. So I just was kind of keeping it in the moment, not trying to add anything about my emotions or feelings. Maybe I can get to that and do something about that later, because I like my albums to be chronological. And then this last one, Life is Beautiful. This was for the Power of Threes challenge. Somewhere, I can't remember. I think it's the studio challenges. Added a bit of journaling about how my daughter loves this motorcycle. She also loves to wear dresses. She's like obsessed with Lightning McQueen, but she does have her girly moments. So here she's wearing a dress. That was her request. And she's fixing her motorcycle like a mechanic on the Lightning McQueen team. So those are all the layouts that I made the past month. Hopefully I can be the same. I can have the same production schedule as in June. I do have to get a few more pictures printed. But yeah, thank you so much for looking. And as I said, some of these are up on the blog, so you can get more details about them here. If you have any questions about any of the layouts that I put together, please let me know. Leave me a comment, like and subscribe to this channel, and follow me on social media, because I'm always posting more scrapping stuff for you to see. Although I don't share all of the layouts because I just don't have time, especially when I make this many layouts. So anyway, I will see you guys next time for another scrapbook layout share and hopefully another process video. You're like, well, you made so many layouts. Why didn't you make so many process videos? I don't know, because I don't have time. Anyway, goals. So many scrappy goals, you guys. Let me just get caught up in some of my photos first. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.